Alright, everybody should be able to hear me now. Sorry, I meant to come on at 8:30, but then I went, wait, bathroom break, bathroom break. Sorry if I'm also out of breath. I just needed to run up 2 flights of stairs to go take that bathroom break. But I'm back now. Have my diet soda in hand. Just cracked open a new one. So that is our drink for the night is plain old diet Pepsi, good old classic. But we're heading back into Apollo Justice. I believe we are on our second case. We just finished our first investigation period, and now we are going to go ahead and get into the actual court sequence. See here, and then we're gonna go over here and continue into that. All right, the audio should be working now. Let me know if you can or can't hear the game audio. That would be great. Alright, June 16th, nice hot summer day. And here we have Trucy, Mr. Wright's daughter. Alright, and we're starting off with Apollo. Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Old injury? He was all smiles yesterday. That man has fallen off of every bridge in the country. If he was just hit by a car, like, his whole deal is getting hurt and brushing it off. Let him have one day off, man. Yes, he smiled when he said we'd be fine, as long as you're there, Trucy. Yeah, fine. We'll be fine. Here comes Justice. We're so fine, we're so fine. It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. As he's, like, breathing heavily into a bag. That's very Apollo core. I started my voice training at 5 this morning. Oh boy. Bud. Oh, do some now. I want to see. Here. Huh? Oh, okay. My name is Apollo Justice and I'm fine! I've never been more convinced of anything in my life, Apollo. I'm gonna be so for real right now. That sounds more like a self-mantra than your voice training. Normally, like, those mantras are like, you're powerful, you can do anything. Not just, I'm fine, I swear I'm fine. Like, that sounds like it's really rough, bud. I'm fine, you know what I'm saying? Oh wait, who's that? Oh, it's Walkie! Ah, good morning. Yo, sup? Hit me with the guilty verdict, G. See if I care. Alright, good attitude, getting into it. You just hang loose and let things go with the flow, you know what I'm saying? Girl, you're wearing this universe's equivalent of an anime tee. I don't know how well you're gonna do in prison. Actually, for murder, isn't it implied that all of these have the death sentence? Oh boy. This guy's still a teenager, right? What's he, like 18, 19? Not really. Walkie, don't be running your mouth like that in here. See? That's the difference between me and you, old man. I ain't afraid of no cops. Yeah, bud. Real G's can't keep it real till they spend some hard time in the pen. You have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Yeah. Sounds like they've both been voice training too, Apollo. He's got little kitty ears, he's adorable. My worst fears realized. The trial's starting and I still haven't had a real talk with my client. I don't know how helpful talking with him's gonna be, man. He's pretty set in what's happening. I don't know, they were talking about how he was engaged in the last episode. But is he so content with prison because he doesn't want to get married, maybe? Oh, is that him? Is that him? Are we finally gonna hang out with Clavier? Alright, court is now in session for the trial of Walkie Kitaki. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready to rock and roll, Air Judge. Oh. Oof. That's him! The guy from yesterday. He's a prosecutor? It's Mr. Gavin's brother! So, would like to point out that Clavier is the most ridiculous name. It's actually a German for piano. Like, this is definitely like a self-chosen name. Like, nobody's born with that. That is a name you picked out at like 16, maybe 13, and stuck with it. Alright, long time no see. Prosecutor Gavin. Were you taking a leave of absence? You know that little band I started in my free time? Thing is, we got real popular. Hard to say 9 to your fans when 3 of your singles go platinum, yeah? Alright, I see. To be honest, I was a little concerned. I feared that you might still be distraught over that one trial. Not to worry, Herr Judge. I wouldn't miss a day in the court for the world. It's worth even more than VIP passes to one of my concerts, ja? Oh, he's obnoxious. I don't remember him being this obnoxious. He's blonde. Blonde men, they be like that sometimes. How could I pass up a chance to see the true strength? The little boy who bested my brother. You can't call him a little boy, man. That's rude. Like, just because it's true doesn't mean you get to say it. It was worth canceling a show or two. Understood. You may give your opening statements to the court. For that, I was thinking. Is the air in this courtroom not a bit serious? Pretty typical of a courtroom if you ask me. Alright, it is a court of law. That's no way to get the crowd jumping, Herr Judge. They're not supposed to jump. This is a courtroom. Action, baby. Today, we play it my way. Oh, hell yeah, guitar solos all the way. What is that noise? Wait, is it actually emanating from him? That's the coolest thing ever. Sometimes you have to get on up in order to get down. To prosecuting. Oh, he's such a loser. Maybe even more so than Apollo. This is fantastic. No, Apollo. This is fantastic. The victim. Paul Maractus, director of the Maractus Clinic. The scene. People Park. He was found pulling a noodle stand. What in the world was a doctor pulling a noodle stand? Yes, I believe. You will only find that out by asking the defendant right here, right now. Because it's an undeniable truth that he shot the victim. What do you mean undeniable? If you are to glare at anyone, Herr Justice, glare at the punk in the defendant's chair. Alright, punk, that's a pretty fitting word for Milwaukee. His crime was witnessed quite clearly, you see. Very well. Please admit this witness to the court. That was the sickest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry for calling him a loser. My heroes in life are Bill and Ted, so, like, honestly, that was pretty solid. First, there's a little matter to be cleaned up. Could you talk without the accompaniment? How dare you? That's the best part of this damn game. Don't you dare suggest that he stop. I swear I could see the guitar for a second. What is it, Prosecutor Gavin? The motive, Herr Judge. Why did the little punk do it? Why did he kill the director of Maractus Clinic? Ooh, Apollo's voice is much deeper than I think it should be. Not so fast! The defendant doesn't have time to doesn't have to explain that. So I can read. Oh? But what if the defendant specifically requests to do so? As he did this morning. I want to give a shout out to all my homies, I believe he said. That is not how I would have gone about spelling homies. Think there's an I in there, man. What? What is right? They always say that on stage. You should hit the crowd with speed and ferocity. Sounds like he got you good, huh, Polly? I don't know if anyone's been got. I'm gonna be so for real. Alright. Well, this is highly unusual, but... The court will now hear from the defendant concerning his motives in this crime. So you, son, are the defendant. Waki, are you? I ain't your son, old man. You step on Kitaki, you best be prepared to step strong. You step to a public official, you best be prepared to step into jail. You gotta hand it to him. Waki sure has guts. I don't know if they're doing him any good. It's not his guts I'm worried about. Well then, the court will hear testimony on the defendant's motive. From the defendant himself. He's just a little kitty, though. He's a little kitty. Alright, walkie-talkie's truth. In quotation marks, so you know it's real. I'll tell you one thing, that doctor was a quacker. Someone had to show him what's what. I was in his clinic back half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just lets me go without a word. See you later. Bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. That was the day I done figured it out. No way G's gonna let that pass. That's why I went to his pad that night. Know what I'm saying? No. No, you don't. You're saying you were one of the victim's patients. A lot of stuff going down when you're keeping it real in the street. True dat. I guess that is... Well, they spelled true dat right, at least. They couldn't have managed to show me. Tell you one thing, that doc was whack. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. I can't believe this is the first time I'm hearing about all of this. Poor Apollo. Right. First of all, the word you're looking for is quack. And isn't that a little harsh? He's your family doctor. Who asked you, Ponylocks? Just who do you think you are? Your lawyer. Look, I ain't trying to hear that. He was a quacker, plain and simple. Alright. By someone, you mean... Was there anyone with a score to settle with this doctor? Besides you, I mean. You better ask somebody else, Holmes. What do I care? I made up my own mind and did what had to be done. Straight gangsta style. But why were you so mad at this doctor? Yo, sit back and listen while I drop it, J-Man. Oh, he's frustrating me for real. Half a year ago. So you were a patient of the Maractus Clinic half a year ago. For what reason? I had what you might call a mark of honor. Can you explain precisely what was wrong? We had a little run-in with the rivals. The Ravalis family. Yeah, really? That's when I pulled a jack and ran into an ambush. She busted a cap right in me. Well, their localization team was trying real hard here. According to my sources, you couldn't stand the stress of waiting, and ran in 15 minutes before the appointed time. By yourself. I don't know, man, that kind of sounds like a teenager. I was more than a match for those guys. So you were carried to the Maractus Clinic from there. Apparently, he was shot in the heart. Shot in the heart? And you're to blame. He's still alive? I can catch bullets between my teeth. I don't know if those ones are real, Trucy. They might be rubber. But I never learned how to catch them with my heart. Oh, don't give Clav any ideas. He's gonna write a song about it. The bullet stopped just short of my thumper. You know what I'm saying? It would have been golden if it weren't for that whack doc. Can't even take out a stupid bullet. Noticing a theme in these games. He had Von Karma had to get a bullet out. Franziska Von Karma had to get a bullet out. So, as you say, the surgery was a failure. That ain't all of it. Lets me go without a word. What do you mean he just let you go without a word? What do you think it means? It's whack, that's what. I'm not sure what that means, but it sounds bad. Pretty sure you can infer what it means. Sounds as though her doctor wanted to hide his mistakes. How do we know that he's Like, I get it's the German spelling of doctor, but how can we tell from listening to him, assuming we're playing as Apollo? Is he speaking with subtitles on? Yeah, I guess he is. This is why he let the defendant go. He's a liar straight up. He's a badder G than me. That's something. Okay, do we have this other doctor's info? So this bullet is still... You know it! I can still feel it. Right there in my chest. Pressed it up against my heart. Oh no, yep, it was definitely gonna go into song lyrics. We all knew what's happening. Your words were like a bullet shot straight into my heart. Or something to that effect. Incidentally, that's from one of our hit singles. Yep, we knew it. Well, that sounds like a straightforward case of malpractice. You'd say. I don't think I can bring myself to read that line. I think I would simply die of shame. Continue on, Waki. Seems that there were issues with this doctor. And putting him down was like doing the world a favor. Waki, please consult your lawyer before saying things like that. You know, he's got his priorities worked out. Just because they're not good priorities doesn't mean that they're not there. Alright, chin up, Bahalo. Back straight. You got this, boy. But why did this mistake only come to light that day? It was found during the family health checkup. The family checkup? Last I checked, everybody here is an adult. That was the wackest thing of all. OSG's lining up, taking eye exams and all that. Better to die young than to fade away. A relief to hear. What's a relief? Oh, did your father not tell you? That bullet you carry so close to your heart, if not attended to immediately, it could kill you. What? Yeah, her Dr. Maractus had knowledge concerning this ticking time bomb in you. Knowledge that could have saved your life. No way, that's whacked. There's proof. Your checkup report. Alright. Out of the court record. I would like to check that out, actually. How ironic that you would kill the one man capable of helping you. I think any doctor could probably manage that. I'm gonna be so for real. Let's see, autopsy report. The knife. There it is. Okay, so he is 19. Okay. Gen exam needed. Okay, that doesn't give us much info, and I bet it's gonna come to light that it's not actually a bullet. That's my take. Baki, did you swallow your keys by any chance? Because I think this case will be over a lot quicker if you admit to that. Alright, shot to the head. Right temple. Alright. You're almost as careless as he was. Well, this case is going well. Oh, now the place is hopping. Let's get this gig started. Normally, they're not hopping until after the gig gets started. What are they bumping to? What are they listening to before the gig? We've had enough of a warm-up act, yeah? Time to hear it from the witness. Baki sure is quiet all of a sudden. I'm a little uneasy myself. Is this Gavin's strategy? Oh. Who dat? Who dat? He can't just, he just has to say he's calling another witness. Can't jump scare me like that. So, you will tell us your name and occupation. Last I checked, even, like, students don't dress in their full graduation attire all the time. Alright, I mean, it was high school graduation season, so maybe he's just, not washing it for a while? Oof, I don't want to know. Alright, my name is Wesley Stickler. By occupation, I take it you refer to— oh boy, he's one of those. Okay. Unemployed academic. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting it. By which he means to say he's a student. A junior at Ivy University, if I'm not mistaken. That's where Phoenix went, isn't it? Why is he wearing a full cap and gown if he's a junior? Alright, Department of Science and Engineering. Filled with curiosity for all things, I spend my days in pursuit of truth, honing my... Yeah, that's great. Herr Stickler, please direct and said curiosity to the case at hand today. Very well, Mr. Stickler. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the night of the crime. You ask? Quite simplistic. Oh boy. Girl, I can't keep up with you. Okay. Now I'm gonna be able to click through it at my own pace. Alright, that night I passed through the park on my way home from shopping. When I saw them. One man pulling a stand, another man facing him. I saw them quite clearly. The man facing the victim was the defendant. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed to the man pulling the stand. A shot! The bullet hit the man pulling the stand from the front. Square in the forehead. I guess our argument is the temple the forehead. Alright. Was there anyone else in the park at that time? I can say with 100% accuracy that there was not. The pistol our witness refers to is this. The court accepts this into evidence. Pistol added to the court record. Can I see it? Can I see it? Can I pretty please see it? Let me see it. Let me see it. Let me see it. I demand to see the item. Can we like dust for fingerprints? Emma, let me dust stuff. Emma, please. Yes. Oh, I don't like that I have to point it directly at me, at my face to do this. Whoa, don't point that thing at me. Is that really all you're gonna say? Don't worry, I can handle myself around guns. Magic guns, at least. The ones the pigeons come out of. I don't know if a pigeon could fit in this one, girlfriend. Very reassuring. Wait, anything with the trigger? Stock, barrel... I'm not seeing anything. Alright, perhaps it is simply that. Alright, weapon left at the scene. 2 rounds were fired. Fingerprints were wiped off. Okay, so we can't get fingerprints. Got it. 2 rounds, that's interesting. I think that's gonna be significant. Yes, Your Honor. Trucy? Why are you staring like that at the witness? That man. I can't help but feel I've seen him somewhere before. Have we seen him? I don't think I've seen him. That night, I passed through the park on my way home from shopping. What were we shopping for? I don't remember any stores around there. Why go through the park? Fascinating inquiry, revealing me culpable of being insufficiently verbose. Girl, slow down. Let us consider the time saved by passing through the park on the way home from the store. In that time, I am capable of solving 2 GMAT problem sets. On average, it requires me 3 minutes. Yeah, okay. We got it. It saves time. Yep. Okay, gotcha. Enough. I get the idea. Mr. Justice, the court hopes to finish the cross-examination sometime this month. Please, I have a recording booked after this trial. You can't do that. I've got a show to perform. Trucy, you don't have to be here. Sorry you're all so busy. Sorry you don't have a life, Apollo. The pistol is pointed to the man pulling to the stand. Okay. We're looking at our possible discrepancies are either the fact that he was shot in the temple, which is not directly in the forehead, or the only 1 shot as Apollo is describing now, because we see that the gun has fired 2 shots. Of course it was 1 shot, why do you ask? A contradiction, finally! Mr. Stickler, according to the court record, the pistol was fired twice. Alright, well this is clearly not it then. Good eye, Hair Justice. You're cool, real cool. You really think so? Me? Me? Yes, there's no reason why this other shot had to have been fired that night. Meaning? This pistol came from the Kitaki family mansion, yeah? I think it's not unreasonable to assume the pistol had been fired once before that night, during perhaps another altercation. He's got a point. Judging from his smug expression, I'd say Prosecutor Gavin had that answer ready before he even spotted the problem. He seems pretty confident in his testimony. Alright, we always make the biggest mistakes when we're our most confident. He's got a weak point somewhere. Apollo, find it. I don't know, some people just ooze confidence whether they're prepared or not. Alright, better give the testimony another listen. Okay, it's gonna be the temple thing then. Oh, no. Hang on, did I miss the part where he said temple? Hang on. Man flings Saint square in the forehead. Okay, let's try the autopsy report then. Okay, that sounds right. That looks right. Whew, if that's all of it, I think I have a chance. Is that you relaxing, Hair Justice? No, no, no! Objection! Once is quite enough, Mr. Justice. Apollo, pace yourself. The trial's not over yet. Your cords of steel are gonna give out sooner or later. Right, look at this. The autopsy report. Is there a problem with the autopsy report? I don't know. Either there's a problem with the autopsy report or a problem with Stickler's, testimony. Problem. Yeah! The problem is the location of the entry wound. The location? You testified the killer shot the victim square in the forehead. I've already determined your angle of inquiry. Allow me to explain. Oh boy. I don't even think that this... I don't know if this information is correct. Yeah? What's your objection to these krypton particles? This is the big time and you're obsessed with something so small. You disappoint me. No, I'm obsessed with something big. I mean, there's a bigger, less nitpicky problem here. Do tell. Just look at the autopsy report. The location of the entry wound was the right temple. A temple? Mr. Stickler, you said quite clearly the victim was shot square in the forehead. That's a contradiction. Right? Right, guys? Right? It is right. Finally. Objection! Her Justice. Oh, Her Justice. Yeah? Your tactics are outdated, trying to shake the witness by objecting to trifles? Surely you haven't forgotten the fatal wound your master suffered 7 years ago. Phoenix Wright, was it? Well, clearly you know who it is, if you're gonna be talking about his career. Look, I know the wound was in the wrong place according to this testimony. Oh, he's gonna cry. You're gonna make him cry. Her forehead. Forehead? Let us imagine you are walking through the park. You see two men facing each other, one with a pistol trained on the other. What would you do? Her forehead. Well, I guess I would try and stop them. I'd probably shout, "Stop!" And you, Froling? Me? Well, I'd probably scream, "Eek!" And you, Herr Stickler? What did you shout, I wonder? If the victim turned his head at the last moment... Ah, yes, thank you for jogging my memory. Oh dear. It sounds like an addendum to the testimony is required. Oh boy. A soon as the killer raised his pistol, I took action. Oh yeah, real convenient to tell us now. He doesn't want you to, I cried, with composure. Why were you walking late at night through the park with your full cap and gown? Bruh! The victim turned in the direction of my voice and a shot rang out, whereupon our cowardly killer, the defendant, appeared to have become frightened. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Then when would he have time to wipe the prince, I wonder? So you attempted to stop the crime? No, not really. He yelled. With composure, yeah. Well, maybe the criminal wouldn't have fired if he hadn't shouted like that. Yeah, that seems more likely to be true. See, I'm gonna be so for real with your girlfriend. That doesn't really matter now, unfortunately. Let us consider this new testimony, shall we? Observe the diagram, if you would. Oh, yes, I will. We're back to observing the diagram. I love looking at the diagram. Alright, the witness, Mr. Stickler, was it, stood here. He shouted, "Oh, stop, please," or something to this nature. And the victim responded by looking in the witness's direction. Okay, is that... hang on, I'm looking. That would be the right side. Okay. If the killer would have fired just at that moment, as we could see, the bullet would have struck the right temple, as in the report. Okay, sick. I was making sure that it wasn't the left side. That was going to be my next contradiction. Alright, that does seem to be the case. Witness the power of a junior in Ivy University's Department of Science. Bro, Phoenix Wright made it through there, like... You don't have to be anything special, man. Very well, Mr. Justice, you may continue to cross-examine the witness. Alright, what have we got? I took action. I don't know if I consider you yelling taking action. I'm gonna be real with you, man. Are you sure both men were able to hear your voice? They were, of course. My high, exquisite voice echoed through the park. Oh boy, you think highly of yourself. And the victim responded to that clarion call. Quite. The victim turned, shot rang out. Did you hear the gunshot at the same time the victim turned? Indeed, I would say about the same time, to be precise. And the victim didn't ask you for help? It can be said that he didn't have time to ask. He didn't have time to take a single step. I'm totally sure that the killer fired because Mr. Stickler startled him. Yet, Trucy's got a compelling argument. Don't say that too loud, Trucy, please. But she's got a point, man. Appeared to have become quite frightened. How do you mean there? Can you describe the killer's actions more clearly? Seemed quite surprised, especially considering that he was the one who did the deed. As we can see, human psychology is a tangled web indeed. Actually, I find it quite simple. You're just a fool. Simply couldn't believe what he had done. He shot, he panicked. Common tale, but true. Then why would he be admitting to it now if it freaked him out then? Unfortunately, before I could take further action... Fled from the scene. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's that the prints were wiped. He doesn't have time to wipe the prints. Didn't try to apprehend him. It all happened so fast, I'm afraid I hadn't the time. Doesn't something about that strike you as odd, Apollo? Huh? The killer was in a hurry, right? He fired the pistol and tossed it right away. According to the testimony, that's what happened, yeah. In that case, I'd expect to find something that we didn't find. The fingerprints. So on to this. I like that contradiction. Kinda sad to see it go. Not as sad as I feel. What do we do now? At least the testimony's getting a little clearer. She's right. Maybe I can find something to use in this new testimony. Yep. Okay, he tossed it. So I think that we would have expected to see fingerprints on the gun. Oop, yep, that one, present. Alright, that looks right to me. Wait a second! Another misleading request? He asked you to wait a second. How is that misleading? You're so beholden to your own mode of discourse that you can't see how it affects you. You come in? Wait a second, you say? A second? Are we intended to wait just that? A single second? 1/60th of a minute? That's hardly enough time to draw a breath, let alone make a statement in court. Now, had you asked for a longer period of time, say, Mr. Justice. Yes, Your Honor. Am I to understand that you are objecting to the length of a second? That is exactly what I'm doing, Your Honor. I mean, no, look at the gun. Here, let me wave it around. Wave it around all over the air. Doesn't have a single fingerprint on it. A common ploy made all more common, I fear, by the prevalence of television. Criminals these days are loath to leave fingerprints. Wait, but you said the killer tossed the gun and ran. That's right. He didn't have time to wipe the gun for prints. Ooh, a dramatic, like, ghost burst of air there. Ah, the little girl sticking to the university student. There's a song in there. I'm not little. Like, she's as tall as Apollo. She can't be that little. Then let's think like adults, shall we, Fraulein? What if the killer, the defendant, was wearing gloves? Was he? Gotta admit, didn't think of that, Apollo. Well, Mr. Justice, could the killer have been wearing gloves? I'm assuming the answer is no way. The record of the murder weapon is very clear about one thing. The fingerprints were wiped, which means some trace of prints remained. Which contradicts your testimony. If everything happened as you say it did, you wouldn't have had time to wipe the pistol. Okay, so it's just a wording thing, gotcha. Dude, take his book. He's not allowed to have stuff while he's testifying. That might be, but it does not change what I saw. The killer, the defendant. He threw down the murderous weapon. Just call it what it is, man. From his hand and fled. And this pistol was found at the scene of the crime, strongly suggesting that this was the weapon he disposed of. Sounds solid to me, man. Well, therefore, Ed? Any of your precious objections? They're so upset when you object, like, do they know what the court's supposed to be? What gives, Apollo? Let's see that voice training go to work! You know, I've only recently realized something. No matter how much you train your voice, it doesn't matter if you have nothing to say. Oh, well then just play video games on the internet. They'll all listen to you then. What do you mean nothing to say? Isn't it obvious from what the witness just said? Isn't what obvious? When he restated what he saw just now, he said he saw Waki drop a murderous weapon. But that's not the same as being 100% sure of what Waki threw away. You're right. He's just confused because a pistol was found at the scene. Poor Mr. Stickler. It must be hard to be so perfect and yet wrong. What can be said that I'm quite offended? While it is indeed true... Oh, yeah, no, I could not care less what you have to say, man. What we can say for certain is that the witness saw the killer throw something. Does the defense have anything to say about this? Yeah, I'm sure we do. We gotta keep the case rolling, otherwise we lose. Well, if what he threw wasn't a pistol, then it had to be something else. At least one person on the fence seems to be thinking. Polly, I think Trucy should take the job, man. I'll wipe that smile off your pretty face, Gavin. Ooh, are we flirting? Are we flirting? Perhaps you can inform the court as to the nature of this something else. What did the killer throw away before fleeing the scene? Alright, we've got a limited number of things here. Alright, we got phone. We got mirror. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't make sense. Found at the crime scene. Well, it's got his prints. That seems like the obvious. Is that a sword? Dude, bro, they said it was the size of a shiv. Like, that's a tiny knife. Did you get your eyes checked, man? Saw one of those on the late night movie last night. Great, a sleep-deprived judge. Hey, Apollo, be nice to the sleep-deprived. I mean, they have a lot of good opinions sometimes. Sometimes. Alright. This knife was found at the scene of the crime, with the defendant's prints on it. His prints? This single piece of evidence proves two important things. One, that what the defendant threw down wasn't a pistol. Two, that the defendant wasn't wearing gloves. Oh, indeed. Oh, her forehead. You're forgetting two other things you've just proven. What would that be? Enlighten me, Clavier. One, that the man that witnessed was the defendant. The one the witness saw was the defendant, Mr. Waki-Kitaki. Two, that the defendant was holding a knife with the intent of harming the victim. Well, we don't know what the intent of harming the victim. We can't. That's. We need somebody else to prove that. Indeed. Never underestimate a Gavin is the lesson here. That's something, alright. Alright, this court is of the opinion that our witness is fond of making assumptions. And you know what they say about those. In that light, I believe it would behoove us to hear about what really occurred. If you've had to go forward this many, like, redoings of the testimony, I feel like your witness is no longer a valid witness. Like, it's okay, the human brain is fallible. We can all admit that. It's not a moral failing to misremember what you see, but after we've proven that you don't remember what you see, I don't think it holds up in a court of law anymore, man. You don't get a second chance. At least I hope you don't. It's always the same with you people. Oh, quit it with you people. Those are lawyers. You haven't finished school. They went to pre-law and law. And you went to 2.5 years of science stuff. Like, science stuff is important, but, like, they're beating you here in the knowledge department. Mark left the house on foot, and 5 minutes later his brother left after him. How long would it take for Mark's brother to catch up to him? Assuming that Mark never had to stop for a traffic light. Assuming, yes, that's what I said. Assuming, as if that were a probable situation at all. Yet here you are, assuming that my assumption is no better. What this court assumes is that the witness will testify as to what happened after the shot was fired. Alright, so I assume that he was the one who called the cops then. Did not prevent the killer from leaving the scene, nor could I simply leave the scene in good conscience. Ergo, I used my cell phone to call the police. Until the police arrived at the scene 10 minutes later, I saw no one else. Why didn't you chase the killer? Well, I wouldn't do that. He was, as you say, a killer. Of course I could have run him down, yet what would he have done when cornered? Sadly, it takes more than an aptitude for solving quadratic equations to know that. Huh. Does the testimony earlier not prove the defendant's presence at the scene? And do we not now also know that there was no one else there? It seems clear that we have our killer. Does it not? What we know is that Mr. Annoying Student Man didn't see anyone else. That's all we got. That's what that proves. Alright, I better find a way to take this testimony down quick. Actually, because the game doesn't keep track of my time, I can take as long as I want it to. Shot to call. I could not prevent the killer from leaving the scene. That makes sense. Which way did the killer run? Okay, that's a valid line of questioning. By that time, it was clear the killer had noticed me. Naturally, he ran in the opposite direction. That would mean he ran in the opposite direction from the Kitaki mansion. Shun, don't even think about pointing out that he was going away from his home. All he had to do was loop back once he was out of sight. Ugh. How do you know that's where he was going? Well, why would he loop around? Alright. You were certainly composed for someone who had just witnessed a killing. If one is to devote one's life to the pursuit of science, one must get no bitches. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm understanding here. One must never flinch at the sight of little blood, nor be so moved by a chemical discovery that one drops one's flask upon the lab room floor. This is probably a chemistry thing. Yeah, I guess no bitches. Ooh, cool answer. Very cool. Javier is lying. Just so everyone knows. Not cool. So nothing strange about how he acted. Lucy looks like she has something to say. So there is something strange in that one? Wasn't your first thought to call an ambulance? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I mean, I guess this technically takes place in the States in California because of the localization. But it's all the same number to call: police, ambulance, everything else. And in fact, it is up to the 911 operator to determine which service you need. Because honestly, people don't always know. They're like, I need somebody out here. Send somebody, and then they gotta figure it out. Because sometimes it's gotta be more than one group of people. Because you can totally need paramedics and a fire truck. That's possible. It can be said that I have dabbled in medicine. The injury I witnessed, namely a single shot to the head, tends to result in death. Well, you're still not qualified to announce that. They need to be brought to the hospital. Plenty of ambulances transport dead guys, just so that way they can be announced dead at the hospital. So I really don't think. And your 911 operator would have known that and sent them. Ergo, there is no need for me to call an ambulance. A perfect syllogism. I'm learning a whole lot of new words, but I don't know if I'll ever be using one that ends in jism. Doesn't sound right. Proof in 3 parts. Exquisite. He actually looks like he's gonna cry. Dude, you were sweating a storm. Like, I'm a little worried about you. Like, I think we need to re-put some electrolytes into you after that much. Brucey's got thoughts about that too. Alright, the police arrived 10 minutes later. You got specifics there that makes me suspicious. Can you tell us in detail about those 10 minutes? I stood in a state of heightened awareness. Anything could happen at any moment. Anyone could appear from any direction. I mean, that's always true, right? I guess I'm surrounded by 3 walls right now, so somebody could only appear from behind me. And I wouldn't know it because they'd be behind me, and I've got a pile of headsets on. Playing Vibby games on the internet. Nah, but the stairs to get down here are pretty noisy, so I'd know if somebody came down the stairs at least. That all? No one came. Nothing happened at all. I saw it all. Which is to say, I saw nothing. Well, sure, you saw something as long as your eyes were open. If you're gonna get picky about the length of a second and how to use your language, then surely you must be literal in all things. It was late at night. It's not odd to think that there would be few people around in the park. So, you just stood there watching? Not much going on there. You didn't, like, go to check on the dude? Trucy, if you've got something to say, by all means, come forward with it. I'd appreciate it. Can't find a single okay, so this was one that I was supposed to press everything. I hate those. Had enough at last, her forehead. Maybe it's time to back off a bit. I assume the answer's gotta be no. The defense still has some questions that demand answers, Your Honor. Your opinion, Prosecutor Gavin? Let him play attorney until he's satisfied. Damn, you're so mean. It's kinda hot, though. Gotta be real. I'll amuse myself by composing the next smash hit in my head. I mean, but then he says something like that so conceited that it's no longer hot. I've got conflicting feelings about you, Clavier Gavin. Alright, very well. You may continue with the cross-examination. Oh, maybe I do have to back off then. Okay. What am I missing? What am I missing? Somebody help me out here. I'm not getting it. Killer from leaving the scene. Whose phone is this? Who could have dropped it? Okay, is this his phone? Is that the line of reasoning we're using? Hang on, what does it say about... Okay. Okay, it doesn't say anything that he might have lived for a few minutes, because I know that that was in the first game with our updated autopsy report. Alright. Anything here? I don't think there's anything we're missing here. I think this might be a... Very confusion right now. Do I have to press everything again and then back off? That's gonna be obnoxious. Yeah. You're so cool. Maybe there isn't anything left to unravel in this testimony after all. Some of us have glamorous careers we'd like to get back to this month. Is being a lawyer not glamorous enough? I really hope that his suit is made out of leather, like purple leather. That would be the coolest thing ever. I guess we have to back off? Wait, I clicked no, right? I thought I clicked no. Did I misread the question? Okay. Did I click the wrong button? Oh dear. He stood there and was very annoying. Stood there, his heightened sense of awareness, and yada yada yada. We got it. Brucey, you're not being helpful right now. I know you've got something, child. Should I back off for now? Oh, yeah, okay, so I clicked no, but I meant yes. Okay. There's nothing fishy about that testimony at all. I mean, he was really annoying about it, so I don't trust him there. It appears that there are no objections to the witness's current testimony. There are any number of ways to explain the lack of prints on the pistol, I assure you. Perhaps the killer was really wearing gloves which wiped the previous user's prints off. Then, after the deed was done, this fell out of his pocket as he was throwing the gun away. A mistake befitting of a small-time punk, in my opinion. Oh. Okay. Seems we've come to the end of the line here. No, that can't be all. God, I hate the ones where you just have to run out of the reasoning. They're so unfair. There should always be a clear route forward. Well, it's not always clear, but there should always be a route forward. How unfortunate. It seems that you weren't cut out to stand on the same stage as me. Damn. Purr you her forehead. I believe this brings the cross-examination to a close. Alright, Trucy, time to speak up! The court will now declare a verdict for the defendant, Waki Kitaki. There we go. What? What? This is a court of law. What is happening? Who took her hat? How dare you take her cat and also, like, threaten her? That's kind of rough. But her hat? Really? Trucy! Nobody move. Well, what's the meaning of this? Who are you? There'll be no verdict in this court. Not yet. Wait, are you one of the Kitakis? The Kitakis? You mean the notorious gangsters? If you don't want to see me give the pretty little girl a new smile, do as I say. Well, she doesn't have a smile right now, so maybe you should give her one. Alright, adjourn the court for 20 minutes. What? Wait, is this Phoenix in there? That'd be pretty funny. The court will not bow to the pressure from the likes of her judge. I see little point in further aggravating this gentleman. Recess 20 minutes, or I promise you, you'll regret it. How'd he even get in, man? Wait, how'd he disappear so fast? Come to the defendant lobby, Apollo. Yeah, my guess is it's actually Phoenix dressed up. God. Are they used to pulling this much nonsense? Like, father-daughter duo of the year. The year being, like, 2007. But I suppose I have no choice but to adjourn for a 20-minute recess. Bailiff, catch that mysterious man. So it is a man. That tells us something. Alright, we won't even go in for an hour. I can go for another. Ooh, that was an interesting little jingle there. Sounded like there were like 2 songs layered over each other. I don't know if I liked it. Trucy! Trucy? You move quick, Apollo. Good show, good show. Trucy, you're okay. I thought... oh, poor thing. Oh, don't cry, Apollo. I'm fine. Those good-for-nothing gangsters. There's some things you just don't do. I'm pressing charges. Wait. Calm down, Apollo. Okay, it's definitely Phoenix. Or else. Oh, worse. I think I hate it. Heck is that? Right? This is one of my best tricks. The amazing Mr. Hat. And this fooled the people in there? You look marvelous, darling. He's a big hit on stage at the Wonder Bar. Yes, I am a big hit. Well, what do you think? Do you like it? You mean you... Trucy! I'm pressing charges! Apollo, now is not the time to be threatening me. It's you who's being threatened here. Hmm? Remember what you said to Waki's father yesterday. You promised you'd save his son. But that testimony was rock solid. What are you suggesting I do? Look, once the judge declares a verdict, it's all over. If I can use my talent to stop that from happening, I will. Trucy, no more stage objections, please. Putting down a hard rule here. Not talking about magic, Apollo. I know when the witness isn't confident. I can perceive what he's feeling. It might not mean anything, but it's all we've got. You can see what he's feeling? Think back, Apollo. Think back to the times when there was a contradiction in his testimony. All the times. All the times there was a testimony? Or a contradiction? I don't remember. Actually, I don't remember them exactly. Good thing I do! There were 2 times when he made statements he wasn't confident in, and each time there was a contradiction. In his hand he held, yes, a pistol. It was pointed at the man pulling the stand. Tossing the pistol aside, he fled from the scene. Okay, I was supposed to be looking for a tell or something there, and I didn't see it. He said the man tossed aside the pistol, but it turned out he wasn't sure. And sure enough, there was a contradiction. Well, that's true, but how does that help us? Didn't you notice anything? Whenever he made a statement he wasn't confident in, he displayed a certain habit. Yeah, I know I'm supposed to be looking for a tell, I couldn't find it. Was it that he was flipping the paper back and forth? I couldn't tell. The very moment he said the word pistol, his fingers got all tense, and he fiddled with the corner of the page in his book. How am I supposed to see that? I'm with you, Apollo. Well, I can see it. How else do you think Daddy went 7 years without losing a game of poker? What? I mean, it makes sense. I always sat next to Daddy during big matches. We sure that's a good idea, Phoenix? I could see what his opponents were feeling. But why wasn't she there that night? You mean that's how Mr. Wright won all those games? It's not cheating officially. I wasn't looking at their hands or anything. I wasn't there all the time either. Daddy's quite good at poker after all. Not good enough to go undefeated that long. Right, so he cheated. But what does that do for us? I don't believe this. You have to listen to his testimony one more time. No, scratch that. You have to watch his testimony. Perceive the truth. So, perceive is a mechanic? What button do I press for perceive? The only thing I'm perceiving is that I'm gonna lose. You know it, baby. Not true. Daddy said so. He said you have the power, Apollo. Mr. Wright said that? Did you say I have the power to lose? Is it because I punched him? I'd say I'm sorry, but I'm not. Watch the testimony. Perceive his true feelings. Is she serious? Time's up. So I can't think of any other way out of this one, Apollo. What was it she said before the trial started? Mr. Wright's not here today. He said his old foot injury was acting up. Yep, he smiled when he said, "We'll be fine as long as you're there, Trucy." Is this what he meant by us being fine? Well, it's definitely more convincing than when you say you're fine, Apollo. I'm gonna be honest. Well, methods aside, she did avoid one guilty verdict already today. Time to show this court what we're made of. Get ready for justice. Oh god, enough with the catchphrases, man. Oh boy. Let's do it. Apollo! You know, I'm starting to think I can do this. I knew you could do it all along. Oh, one more thing. Oh. She's back. Try to cover for Mr. Hat as best you can. I just flew in from the coast, and boy, are my arms tired. Alright. I mean, if she built that thing, that's pretty good woodworking for, what, a 16-year-old? Maybe she should pursue that. Alright, so the robe itself on Stickler is purple. What's cool as purple robes? I've yet to see that. Right, we're fine, totally fine. I'd like to say to the young lady standing next to you, Mr. Justice. Oh, you mean me? Don't you have anything to report? Anything concerning the mysterious phantom in the silk top hat? Ah, right. Don't worry about him. I settled it. We good. We Gucci. You settled that? Yes, it was an out-of-court settlement. Right. Perhaps Fraulein would have us believe it was nothing more than a passing dream. A fantastic illusion. Now you see it, now you don't. Am I right? I think he's on to me. Yeah, I think that's a fair assumption. And I wish you would stop being so cool. Alright, Apollo, keep it in your pants, man. At least until the court day's over. Let us dispense with these niceties and get straight to the matter. Well, I mean, if he does know Trucy's full of shit, it's nice that he can let us continue the case. Right. What are your plans for our gifted witness? Gifted with something, alright. Right, the defense would like to request another cross-examination. Because I forgot to ask something. Don't say I forgot. Don't say I forgot. Because new things have come to light. Like, make it sound official. There was no issue with the witness's previous testimony. I will grant your request, however, but this court will not permit stalling for time. Girl, you permit it all the time. That's like Phoenix's #1 thing. Oh, damn. The washer just went off. She's gonna be singing songs in my ear all day. Well, all night now. Understood, Your Honor. Don't forget, Apollo. When he isn't sure about something, he has a habit of fiddling with his book. Alright, we're gonna get, like, the creepy eye animation again. I didn't like that. Alright, from shop call. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay. So that seems... It's calling the police that's the issue. I see it. I'm not sure I'm qualified to watch testimonies after all. Focus, Apollo. Find the weak spot. I believe you. Focus. If only if it were that easy. My ears hear what he says. My eyes see his expression. Do I have to do something more? What other senses do I have? Ooh, creepy. What's this? My bracelet? You wearing all that jewelry into court? Ooh, and we know it's like spooky supernatural because it went inverted. Alright, what's going on? My bracelet feels different somehow. You can see it, can't you, Apollo? You're almost there. Find the weak spot in his testimony. I know this sounds crazy, but my bracelet is trying to tell me something. Alright, so Trucy already pointed out the tell that he's playing with his book on certain scenes. Okay, so we know that one. So do we press on there? So you called immediately after witnessing the murder. The police undoubtedly have a record of the call. Why not check with them? Wait, Apollo! This has to be it! Wait, you mean the habit? Yep, the scene happened 2 minutes ago. I actually don't need to rewind, I appreciate you. Right. The only time he even had the book open was here. Which means this is a place to look for his habit. I don't know how I know, but I know. Because Trucy told you, that's how you know. My bracelet is different somehow. I can feel it reacting to something about the witness. Your bracelet? I'm not sure I get this focus stuff you're talking about, Trucy. But I have a feeling that trusting my bracelet is the way to go. I feel like Trucy's, thing sounds more reasonable than yours, man. Okay, just gonna touch my bracelet as it reacts to the testimony. Okay. Oh, great. Creepy animation again. I don't like it very much. The creepy eyeball is bad. I can see the witness's face, his expression so clearly. It's filling my mind. I can see nothing else, hear nothing else. Alright, bud. Hey, Apollo! Trucy, what's happening to me? This is what I meant by focusing. Girl, I think there's something else wrong. I think somebody took too much Adderall. I think we all need to go have a lie down. Alright, in this state you can see everything, Apollo. Everything the witness does. That's great, but it's kind of freaking me out. Dude, somebody put something in your coffee, Apollo. I'm with you. Just look for Mr. Stickler's twitch. His habit, you remember it, right? Sure, when he says something he's not sure of, he fiddles with a page of his book. You got it. Right now you're looking at the witness's face. And your eyes are sort of bugging out. I believe it. Oh, there they are. First, move your focus of attention down to Mr. Stickler's hand. His hand. You know what to look for now, but you have to be looking at the right place. Right, I can only see his face like this. Time to try changing my viewpoint. Alright, perfect. Now you're really ready. Ready for what? Ready to perceive the truth behind the I don't know if I like this, Trucy. This is a little creepy. I'd rather go back to being a normal lawyer, pretty please. Try listening to the witness talk as you focus. Then watch for his habit. Right, you mean when he fiddles with the page? That's right, that's your signal to look closer, to perceive. Trucy, no, this is freaking me out, man. I don't like it. I don't like it. Find his weak spot, and I guarantee we'll be able to give him the royal flush. Spoken like a true pokerhead's daughter. I'm a magician, thank you very much. So I have to pay attention to his words, and his fingies. Don't worry if you miss it, you can always try again. Just like a real court case. Right. Look out, nervous twitch, here comes justice. Okay. So it's the I use my cell phone. Okay. Okay. You're gonna make me really read that out. No, I don't need to hear again. Sure, I can hear. Oh, so I should perceive right when it's then. Confirm? Okay. I see how it works now. I have to stop it at the right point. Right. I saw it just now. I could see it. I could see it in my mind's eye. I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. I just forgot my meds for a couple of days. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm Apollo Justice and I'm doing just fine. Mr. Justice, do you have something to say? And could it be said outside the court? You're freaking us all out, man. All this banging of desks is quite bad for my circulation, you know. Mr. Stickler, allow me to ask you a simple question. Why did you fiddle with the page of your book just now? The very moment you mentioned your cell phone. What are you talking about? I'm curious about the cell phone of yours. Mind if I ask a few questions? What to ask? Ask to see his phone, because I bet it's the one we have in our inventory right now. Alright, Mr. Stickler, please show me your cell phone. Oh, whatever for? Show me and you'll find out. That's a little creepy, man. Well, I can't. I don't have it, you see. You don't have it? Yeah, the bailiff took it at the door because I shouldn't have my phone on me while testifying. Good reason. Mr. Stickler, is this your cell phone? Phew! Oh, where'd you get that? That's the phone from yesterday that we found in the, in Maractus's, car muffler, right? Yeah. Look, a cell phone. Someone's dropped it beneath the tire. If the car moved, it would be crushed for sure. I wonder if it belongs to the doctor here. See, that flashback actually makes sense, because that was, like, hours of gameplay ago. Alright, how strange, Mr. Stickler. Can you explain why your cell phone is sitting here in my hand at the very moment? Wait a minute, what is the meaning of this? This phone was found yesterday at the Maractus Clinic garage. The Maractus... Why, that's where the victim lived. He lived at the garage? Full sus. That's impossible. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court, didn't you? If your cell phone is here, how could you have called the police? Oof. The gusts from the beyond. It's true. I didn't have my cell phone on that night. That's why it can be said that I called the police from a public payphone. I feel like we've had this exact same case before. I think it's like the opening case to Phoenix Wright 2. Payphone. So you didn't call on your cell phone after all. And just where was this payphone located, Mr. Stickler? Well, to indicate it with a startling high degree of accuracy, it was right around here. So he had to leave the park. So he was not watching the victim. That's quite a ways from the park. But why did you lie? There can only be one reason. He didn't want the court to know he had lost his cell phone. Because it was found in the victim's garage. Oh, what are you saying? Mr. Stickler, you broke into the Maractus Clinic garage on the night of the murder. But, like, the police should have tracked the call, right? They would have known it came from a payphone. This cell phone tells all. Wait, but his sleeves are black. The back of his gown is purple, and it looks like just his stole is black. Girl, what? I don't understand this design. That makes it sound like I snuck into this fellow's garage to commit some crime. As though I were trying to kill him. Well, Dr. Maractus was killed that night. Yeah, but no. This line of reasoning has to be against the rules. It's true I lost my cell phone, but you can't prove that I lost it that night. Well, Mr. Justice, if that cell phone was dropped the night of the murder, it does raise considerable suspicions as to the connection with the crime. Now's your chance, Apollo. Connect Mr. Stickler to the crime. Oh, he's already connected enough. I just have to prove it. Well, do I have a piece of evidence that can do the job? Can I prove that the cell phone was dropped at the night of the murder? Yeah, probably. Of course I have evidence. Ooh, I like your swagger, her forehead. Hit it. The court will see this evidence, Mr. Justice. Hit it, as the girlies say. The evidence that proves the cell phone was dropped is right here. Oh, because if the car had moved, then it would have been broken, so it must have been lost recently. Well, Prosecutor Gavin? No comment, her judge. What? But it was beneath the car. Remember where we found that phone? That's right. The cell phone would have been crushed. Your Honor, one more chance, please. I did it right. I did it right. I did it right. I don't understand. Are they telling us? They're telling me to use the car mirror? That's my only other guess. That's a side view mirror. As it so happens, Dr. Maractus's car was in an accident. It took place the night of the murder. An accident. An accident. It happened a little after 9 p.m. just outside the People's Park. Our murder scene. Dr. Maractus's car hit a pedestrian. And it was really funny. He ragdolled all over the place. It was hilarious. Oh, what are you trying to say? From the absence of a mirror, it's clear that the car was parked after the accident, which meant it was parked there after 9 p.m. on the night of the murder. If your cell phone had been dropped before the car was parked in that garage, then it would have been crushed. After all, it was lying on the ground right under the wheel. Okay, my logic was right. They just wanted a different item. That's not fair. Ugh. Ergo, Mr. Stickler, the only time you could have dropped this in that garage was after 9 p.m. the night of the murder in the park. Weird? That's quite the statement. Mr. Stickler, you know what this means? You did break into the victim's garage that night. This is most unexpected. Mr. Justice, are you naming the witness as a suspect in the murder of Paul Maractus? No, stop. This is too much. This can't be happening. Prosecutor, say something. I suppose it is worth saying this. No connection has been found between Wesley Stickler and Paul Maractus. That is, other than this. I believe our next testimony will be most revelatory. There we go, I can read. Is the witness prepared? Yeah, totally, man. I know that face. That's the face of guilt. Alright, Trucy's tuned in too. Alright, Stickler's truth. That night, yeah, I went to the supermarket. I must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. I saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was him. I saw the defendant at the scene. So you're saying when he's running through his book, that's when we should be investigating? But your cell phone was lying in the garage. Oh, well, yes, as you can see, my model of cell phone has a defect. It is given to rolling. It's quite a pain when I drop it alongside the road, you know. How far would it have had to roll? Looks like a normal phone to me. In any case, Mr. Justice, the cross-examination, please. It's funny. My bracelet didn't react at all during that testimony. His nervous habit must not be acting up. I didn't sense anything either, actually. Oh, so it's just him being... Looks like you're on your own this time around. Thanks, Trucy, for your help. Right, no problem. I hope. Here comes Justice. Alright, I guess we'll just have to press him on some stuff. So you went shopping, which means you were holding a grocery bag when you witnessed the murder taking place. Well, yes, of course. Incidentally, the prosecution has received no point of this domestic detail. Mr. Stickler, can you explain yourself? No, I mean, yes, I did go shopping, really. I walked around the supermarket trying out all the free samples. It's deeply spiritual time for me. I feel that. My lunch so many weekends was Costco free samples in college. I'm sure the store clerks would disagree. Do you think sampling free food counts as a religion? Well, it's pretty damn close, Trucy. In any case, that night, I sampled to my heart's content and was on my way back home. Must have dropped my cell phone on the way back. That's when you passed in front of the Maractus Clinic? Why, yes, that's correct. Why'd you take so long to answer? That was a pretty suspicious pause there. Mr. Stickler, do you think you could be a little more specific? Please show us the exact route you took on the night of the murder. Yeah, sure, bro. The supermarket is here, along the main road. My way home, from there, takes me past the Maractus Clinic. That's probably when I dropped my cell phone. Yet, woe is I walked on unaware of my loss. And walked right into that fateful park. And when I was walking through the park, I happened to witness the crime. Okay, the fact that they showed a diagram is something. Which entrance did you enter the park from? Well, to be exact, one might say that I went from the entrance closest to the Maractus Clinic. The same entrance our victim used. Did you notice anything when you entered? Wheel marks from a noodle stand, for instance. I've no recollection of such a thing now. Yet, though I might have missed the tracks, I could not miss what happened next. I'm a keen observer of the obvious, you might say. Like when you drop your phone? Saw the killer, the victim, the stand, all as clear as day. It was night, though. This part of the testimony is key, I know it. Alright, that tells me something. Should I press him about the killer, the victim, or the noodle stand? What? Oh boy, I don't know. I don't know. Oof, 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 oof. Victim of the noodle stand. The noodle. I don't know, I like noodles. Let's go noodles. Do you happen to remember the noodle stand? Quite well, yes. For a student of the sciences, keen observation and healthy curiosity are vital. I remember everything. I could even read the sign. I believe it said, noodle. Yes, that was it. Oh, is this gonna be the side where if he entered at that side would have said Eldoon? That's what I'm thinking. Thank you for telling us that a noodle stand sells noodles. Enlightening. Oh, Mr. Justice? What about that sign? Could that be important? Yeah, I think that... Hang on, can I see the... Can I check this? So it was facing that way. What would it have said? Oh boy. It's not in English, is it? Wait, let me see. No, it is. He was coming from the other direction. Hell yeah. Alright. That's super important. He was coming from a different direction than he said. So the sign on the noodle stand said noodle. It appears the defense has just obtained a vital piece of testimony. Is the noodle stand's broth really that delicious? No, we determined it was disgustingly salty. I'll have to go sample the wares one of these days. I think that's worth adding to the testimony as well, do you now? Whatever sort of noodles that stand sells, it can't match up to the IVU's cafeteria. I don't know, I've been to a couple colleges, and I'm not impressed by school cafeterias that much. And I visited a friend while he was an undergrad at Pitt, and that one's better, but any of the colleges I went to, kind of... And I went to 3, so I've got a lot of experience. Alright. Some apply to the school merely for the taste of our smart noodles. What makes a noodle smart? I gotta ask. Do they have caffeine in them? Wouldn't mind a taste of that myself. Yes, the smart noodles. They've got Ritalin ground up in them so you can keep studying. Definitely want a taste of the Adderall noodles, the Ritalin noodles. Present. And you're absolutely sure the sign read noodle? Why, just last week my professor offered me this praise. If it turns out that he also doesn't have his glasses on, like that other case in the second game, I mean, it is going to be taken right out of that book. It's going to be a little annoying. I hope it's not that just he's not wearing his glasses. At least you have good eyesight, Stickler. I'll give you that. Obviously, your professors are fed up with you, too. It read without a doubt, noodle. I see. What? What are you looking at me for like that? Is that pity I see in your eyes? Let's take a look at our map, shall we? So you're claiming that when you saw the sign, you were standing here, was it? Although it would have been a bit hard to read the sign from this spot. You think so? Mr. Stickler, I'd like you to please take another look at the sand. And to carefully read what the sign says. Eldoon, bitches! See? The sign actually states the name of the stand's owner. Eldoons. Inconceivable! I'm certain it was definitely Noodle for sure, positive. And he's telling the truth because he was looking at it from the other direction. I'm afraid your professor was wrong about that eyesight. I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that conclusion. The sign he saw changes everything. The witnesses said the sign says Noodle. And he saw it right because he was on the other side. I'm so on top of this. I got this, baby girl. Alright. What would you say if I told you that there is one spot from which the sign would be read the way Mr. Stickler claims? What? Mr. Justice, show us the spot. Alright. So, from, like, over here, right? The witness was standing here, on the opposite side. 3D animation. How do you know that? When viewed from the south, the sign on the stand reads Eldunes, as we know. However, observe the other side of the stand. Ah, this side says Noodle. Exactly. The name of the stand is split between the front and back signs. Which is very stupid. Mr. Stickler, you lied to the court. You witnessed this crime from the northern side of the park, not the south. Yeah, you got me. So what? So what? What does it matter if he saw the killing from the north or the south side? Because he yelled and made the victim turn his head. It makes no difference at all. Yeah, he's right. Travel far enough to the south and you will end up going north. I think that's an entirely different argument, bud. Viewed on a global scale, directions are utterly without meaning. But different argument, man. Changes everything, Apollo. Trucy? Come on, Trucy should be leading this investigation. Apollo has nothing on her. Remember his testimony from before. Though, to be honest, I'm a little scared of where this is leading. Oh boy. Well, that's gonna give me a headache. Alright, the killer and the victim are facing each other here. Then, the moment the killer raises his weapon, Mr. Stickler shouts. At which point the victim turns his head to look. And the killer fires his pistol. That's why the bullet hit him in the right temple. But, no contradictions, right? Right. But if Mr. Stickler was standing on the north side of the park, that reverses the whole scenario. I don't know why I said it like that. I normally say scenario. Scenario. Scenario sounds fancier. I could be a fancy bitch. Completely. If Mr. Stickler shouts from where he is now, and the victim looks in his direction, pew, pew, pew. The bullet would have hit his left temple. Ah! Huh? In other words, someone standing at point K couldn't shoot the victim in his right temple. It's impossible. I mean, it's totally possible. He could have looked the other direction. A less likely scenario, but you can't say it's impossible. Oh, I said it again. I'm turning into a fancy person. Scenario. That's right. So, now that we know that Mr. Stickler is standing on the northern side, the wound location takes on an entirely different meaning. Indeed, you're absolutely correct, Fraulein. What meaning? The entry wound was on the right side of the victim's head, correct? Well, the right side of the victim's head is north. North? Huh? But that's where the witness, Wesley Stickler, is standing. Correct. So if he was standing to the north, then the only person here who would have shot the victim in the right temple was Mr. Stickler himself, who was so insistent there was nobody else in the park. Yourg! That was quite the noise, man. Order, order. How? The apple didn't fall far from who? She flipped this whole— oh, you mean Trucy the Phoenix, got you. This whole case on its head while I was still figuring it out. She should take your job. Just saying. What I'd like to do is slam his hand on the table. This is better. More interesting. Clarify one point for me, if you would, Hair Forehead. What now? He's okay with being called Hair Forehead now. He's given up complaining. Are you truly accusing this college student of murder? I mean, there's nobody more desperate in this world than indebted college student. Alright. Well, I can't say he exactly looks innocent with that jawline, but something still doesn't feel right. Just can't picture him as the real killer. Oh, please. Looks aside, I'm really a nice guy. All my friends say so. Ooh, and how many of those do you have? I'm really not convinced, man. Alright, let's hear what the defense has to say. What are you gonna do now, Justice? Should I really accuse Mr. Stickler? I love people whose internal monologues refers to themselves as their last name. Like, I could never. It's normally an insult. In my head, at least. Ah, you little shithead. Why'd you do that? Like, you could have done that any other way. Alright, should I really accuse of another crime? That's interesting. Don't think Wesley Stickler is a killer. But he's not innocent either. His unusual silence tells me that much. Mr. Stickler, you seem unusually quiet. Tell us why, now! The word confession isn't in my dictionary. That's a shit dictionary, then. I'm afraid it falls to you to elucidate her Stickler's silence. I'm learning so many new words. I assume elucidate means something along the lines of bring light to. Yeah, I'll Google it later. Alright, Mr. Justice, did you say you were accusing the witness just now for a crime other than murder? Your reason? The court's all ears. I know he's guilty of something, but what crime other than murder? There's a lot! Try Grand Theft Auto. Do I have evidence that shows his involvement in some other crime? Shoplifting, trespassing, loitering. Really annoying me personally. That's a criminal offense. Alright, your evidence? The court's all eyes, Mr. Justice. Show us the evidence that points to the witness's involvement in a crime. What, did he steal the car? I don't understand. Was he stealing the panties? Is that how that all comes together? And there's multiple pairs of panties, that doesn't make sense. No, I don't think that's it. The evidence is this. Women's underwear. Hey, those are mine! Bruh? Unskippable cutscene? Did I get it right? Don't look at me like that! Mr. Stickler. Well, I can't say this comes as a shock. Is that what it looks like? Pythagorilla? Do you mean Pythagoras? On the night of the murder, just past 9 p.m., a young girl catches a panty snatcher red-handed. Bravely, she gives chase, but the snatcher flees and hides himself in no other place than the Maractus Clinic garage. Huh. Incidentally, these panties were found in the exhaust pipe of the car there. Presumably, he was trying to hide the evidence of his crime. Ergo, while you may not be a murderer, you are guilty of panty snatching in the first degree. Oh boy. That's quite the accusation, Apollo. I think that might be more incriminating. Please hear me out, it's not what it looks like. So you admit to it. Oh god, this is getting out of hand very quickly. Order, order. Mr. Stickler, you should be ashamed. It's not what it... Oh. Oh boy. Bud, what did you do? So are we to understand that you were silent not because you were guilty of murder, but because you lacked the courage to admit that your theft of this girl's undergarments? Perhaps you were not aware that my school's name was originally written IV? Like 4? Girl, what? I stands for intelligent, V stands for valiant, see? Okay? Not following. Your point? I'm not done! Now I'm a major in the science department. And what does science teach you if not curiosity? Girl, you gotta just talk to women. You gotta actually... Oh, Bud. Oh. Yes, we of the IVU science department are valiantly curious. Oh boy. No challenge too daunting. And what greater challenge is science? Oh. Come on, you're talking about the girl's panties here. No, you do not understand. A mystery is the unknown, and the unknown is unacceptable. Did you see a show where she pulled her magic panties out of thin air? And my friends, when it comes to mysteries, those panties are from this land. I don't like reading this anymore. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. From the moment I first laid eyes on them, I was compelled to investigate for science. Bro, you're making me deeply unhappy. This is very upsetting. A full-size car tire was only the first mystery those panties revealed. A tire? Yes! I saw her do it. She pulled a tire out of those panties. But that's not all. First there was a tire, then a stew pot, then a frozen chicken. One mystery after another. It was magic. Oh, I remember now. He's one of the regulars in the audience at the Wonder Bar. That's where you'd recognize him from. Huh? He's talking about my magic panties trick. I just don't understand. A broom from a pair of panties? It maps the very laws of physics. A broom and a frozen chicken, Trucy. Whatever happened to doves and bunny rabbits? Mr. Stickler, you stole the girl's panties to understand a magic trick. You say panties, but they are so much more than that. I was thinking I was gonna use something from this exchange in the thumbnail because haha funny, and no, it's just upsetting. It's just concerning. I don't like it. For me, they are not an object of serious study. Oh, Bud. Oh, you're hurting me. You're hurting me in ways you cannot comprehend. I wonder. There's been a recent rash of panty snatchings in the area. Were they all yours? I'm sorry, but I did it for science? Each time I it would elucidate the mystery. Oh boy. I was hoping it was like you were trying to get into a frat and it was like an initiation thing. Like, but no, this was self-motivated. That leaves one thing unexplained. You refer to our witness's other lie, yeah? The witness claimed he saw the crime from the south, but was in fact in the north. Indeed. Would anyone care to explain why he lied about that? Be my guest, her forehead. Me? Did I not hear you correctly? Did you not say that you do not accuse the witness of murder? Why then did the witness lie about his location at the time of the shooting? Or have you no idea? Well, I don't know. Hopefully Trucy knows. She's a smart one. Apollo! There's something about the way that diagram is arranged right now. When you think about it, right near where Mr. Stickler was standing, isn't there a... Well, Mr. Justice, what say you? Can I see the diagram that you just mentioned? No, okay. Not that diagram. There was like a big pile of something behind the cart. I forget what it was, though. Oof. That he lied about his location. Why would he lie about his location? Very confused. Why would he have metallic object found? Map. I remember there was something behind the cart, but I don't recall what it is. Will it tell me anything? Oh, cool, I can move around. That doesn't actually give me much more information, though. What's this? SYDS? SIDS? Like sudden infant death syndrome? No. What is SYDS? Was he coming from the Kitakis? No, let's try that. Alright. Yeah. Okay, I don't know what they're going for here. Another piece of evidence. Right about his location. Thing about he didn't know that the car is busted, so that wasn't him. Was he looking for noodles? I don't think that was it either. Yep. I'm kind of confused. I'm not seeing it. Oh, I better not die. Alright, well if I get any closer, I'll make a save state. And any closer to death. Think about the gun. Nope. What? We haven't used the bowl for anything. That seems dumb, right? I got nothing. I got nothing. I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, this was it? Alright. Alright. I can't fathom as to why, but wait, that's Plum Kataki's panties. It's more? More? How many panties are you carrying around in your pocket or forehead? These are the last ones, I promise. These were found in a trash can at the park. Looking at the diagram. Oh, a trash can was behind it. We can see that the trash can was right next to where the witness stood. Mr. Stickler, you didn't... Alas, I'm a failure as a scientist. I can't unravel the mysteries of the universe. I can't even unravel a pair of panties. I think I hate him. I think I might want him dead. So these panties are your handiwork as well. That night, I had been chased, hounded into the Maractus Clinic garage. Yeah, because you stole underwear from a 16-year-old. You were correct to be chased and humiliated. Weeping in frustration, I was forced to abandon my prize. Don't you see how I felt? Believe me, I'd rather not. I'm so with you, Apollo. I don't think I've sunk pretty low, and I don't think I've ever sunk quite so low. Hid in that garage a while, then abandoning the panties, I made for home. To avoid the office where the girl works, I went towards the south entrance. When I saw them hanging there on the clothesline by the giant mansion. Apollo, shoot him. We have the pistol in our inventory. Shoot him. A giant pair of panties. Apparently he didn't know those bloomers belonged to the mob. Had them safe in my pocket, ready to take home, when I stumbled upon a murder. The murder of Dr. Maractus. I reported what I had seen, but as I waited for the police to arrive, I got scared. What if they searched me? That's when you disposed of the bloomers. Yes, it was a severe blow to the progress of science, but one that had to be borne. Trucy, I think we gotta kill this guy. A fascinating, if disturbing tale. I don't want to know how his brain works. Like, normally I'm like, ooh, I want to pick apart these guys, put them in a centrifuge and spin them around till I can see how they work. This one, not so much. Not so much, man. I believe this brings today's proceedings to a close, and I'm more than pleased to dismiss this witness for the remainder of this trial. Oh my god, we're just gonna dismiss him? Can we, like, explode him instead? One last thing, if I might. Yes, Prosecutor Gavin. Regardless of where we've ended today, some vital points were made. Namely, that the defendant, Wakitaki, was at the scene of the crime, and he was pointing a weapon at the victim. One more thing. Wakitaki has a clear motive. Indeed, the defendant Wakitaki is still the prime suspect in this case, but frankly his actions are far less disturbing than the freak over here. And the only suspect, in fact, assuming that there was no one else on the scene at the time, yet a mystery remains. The location of the wound in the victim's right temple has yet to be explained. The court requests a further investigation from both the defense and prosecution. Job, baby. Did you call the judge baby? Damn, he must be blushing right now. No problem, bro. Alright, very well. This brings the trial for the day to a close. Court is adjourned. I hate him. I hate him. God, I hate him. That was the worst. That was the worstest ever worst. I hate him. Alright, alright. We're back at the Write Anything Agency. Alright. What a train wreck that was. Apollo, you should retire. You've been through too much. I'm glad we made it out of the trial alive. Really? I had fun. And Waki made it through the day too. Everyone was too obsessed with the panties to bother with the real case. But it was good publicity. Imagine the crowd at my show tonight. You should come, Polly. Yeah. I don't like him either. The amazing Mr. Hat will be making an appearance. Hi folks, I'll be here all week. It's great. It's crazy that our hair looks so good after being under a hat all day. That's enough of him. Hello? Oh, Miss Tiala. Thank you for today. The trial went well. She's gotta be the secret villain, right? She looks a little evil. Just a little bit. Her eyeliner's just a little too, like, downward. Oh, right, no problem. Do you think Waki will be okay? Well, he's not guilty yet. Please, you have to help him. We're supposed to get married next month. Oh, congratulations, man. Ugh, way to put the pressure on a guy. You sure that's who you want, though, girlfriend? He doesn't seem that bright. Please let me know if there's anything I can do to help. Alright. Are you sure about marrying into the Kitaki family? You thought this through? I'm fine with it. I love Waki with all my heart. Oh, that's so sweet. So it doesn't bother that you'll be married to the mob? I don't think so. My parents are against it, of course. Hey, where did you and Waki first meet anyway? Good question. Miss Tiala doesn't look like the type to have gangster connections. Oh, we met at my old job, actually. Ah, an office romance. She's not very forthcoming with information about herself, is she? Did you know that the boss is trying to get out of the business? Oh, really? Mr. Kitaki wants to quit being a gangster? He's trying to transfer his assets into a normal company. He only announced it recently, out of the blue. I hear there's quite a lot of confusion in the ranks. I wonder if this explains the apron. Can't imagine Waki going along with that. He's highly motivated, isn't he? He's something. That's not the word I want to use. He said, I'll be the next big boss and keep the family alive. I think he's at that age when boys want to be making a mark on the world. So you admit he's a boy. He's not a man, he is a boy. And you still want to marry? Alright, that's not the way I would have put it. His father moves in a lot of circles. He's really focused on profits. The Kitaki family's been making a killing recently. Again, not the best wording. But Waki says it's not about the money. They have the gangster tradition to uphold. Ooh, a generation gap. They've even got the ever-classic what about the family business thing going. Usually it's the father worried about tradition. Can I ask you a question about Waki? I understand he was operated on by the victim, Dr. Maractus. Apparently, yes. I was in his clinic about half a year ago. He messed up my op something bad. And then he just let me go without a word. See you later, bye. So I gotta go in, get another doc to patch me up again. Yes, it sounded horrible. Waki has always been fond of fighting, I'm afraid. I'm not sure it qualifies as fighting when pistols are involved. Mr. Gavin was saying his life might be in danger, wasn't he? No, that can't be right. I'm sure he was just trying to scare us. It's scary to think that a surgeon might make a mistake. It's even scarier when he tries to hide it. Oof. I'd like to know a little bit about this operation. Maybe it's time to pay the Maractus Clinic a visit. I imagine they're closed without the namesake being there, because it doesn't seem like a big operation. I should be getting home now. Waki's in your hands, Mr. Justice. Oh, she's winking. She definitely did it. Right. Leave it to me. Apollo, I think you're only making her more nervous. Sorry, I'm new at this. It's alright. I believe in you. Oh, that's sus. That's hella sus. She did it. Alright, let's move around. Alright, the other clinic where Wright's at. We talk to Wright? Wright's on in here? Alright. Off we go. Where is Wright then? I don't like it when I can't find him. Nobody's in a boot to be talking right now. Nothing there. Alright, we can go to Eldunes. Nobody to talk to, huh? Alright, well, can we move just into the clinic? We can go to the garage? Is that where they want us to go? Alright, yep. Car versus Mr. Wright. Well, the car lost, it appears. I want to go right outside. Can I not get into just the clinic? Huh. Where are we supposed to be talking to? I'm not... It's obviously somewhere we're supposed to go, but I'm not. Okay, we can go to the park. Haven't been there yet. Go anywhere from the park. Just the mansion. Where am I supposed to be going? There's nobody around to talk to. Go back to the agency. Can we get to the police station? How do we get to that? Talk to Waki again? Detention center. There we go. Okay, there we go. This is where I'm supposed to be. Alright, June 16th, Detention Center Visitors Room. Looks like Waki's out for questioning. But I need to talk to him. I need to talk to him once. I guess we'll have to come back later. Excuse me. Yeah? The other suspect is all through with questioning, sir. The other? Ah! You mean the panty snatcher. Wesley Stickler. So they arrested him too. I really don't want to talk to him, actually. No, I don't want to. I don't want to. He's a bit precious, I'll give him that. Please, keep this brief if you would. I'm quite... The hell you busy with? Think I hate you. No, I know I hate you. I need to finish this paper. It's you? Girl, you're not finishing the semester. You're gonna have to take this one off, man. Alright. Mr. Stickler, we'd like to have a few words with you. Very well. As long as they're few. Nothing would make me happier. I hate him. Ah, okay, Mr. Stickler. On the night of the murder, you stole... Wait, I can't help but to feel I'm being misunderstood. How exactly? Yes, that night I obtained a pair of panties. It's you two pairs. However, it was my burning curiosity that drove me to do it, nothing more. You wanted to know that you're in the band either. You're here too. Oh, great truth, she teach me. Please stop. You're not allowed to talk to her. Actually, we're getting a restraining order. That's why we're here. We are getting a restraining order. We are getting a restraining order. My very existence hangs in the balance. Please, make me your apprentice. Ew! Apollo, help! I don't know, I think you make a lovely assistant. Apollo, I'm gonna kill you too. Don't say that, Apollo. Guard, shoot him. Please, he doesn't deserve the light of day. Right. Could you relate what you saw the night of the murder to us one more time? Why not? No, it hardly differs from the testimony given in court. The defendant was there in the park that night. Of this, I'm quite certain. He was pointing a pistol, or something like that, to the victim. That's when I shouted, "Stop, you two! Let's resolve this like gentlemen." That's different than what you said earlier. The next moment, a shot was fired. And this is all true. Really? My panties are gone. What do you mean? They're not yours! They're literally not yours! Oh, hate, hate, hate! Murder him, kill him! What further reason could I possibly have to lie? I can't think of anything he'd want to hide more than that, yeah? Sounds like Waki was at the scene of the crime after all. Well, that's likely. How I wish it weren't so. Alright, well, we got that from him, so now there's gonna be a new location. Unless I have to present something to him. I'm not feeling like I do. Can I show him this? Will he shut up forever? That's it! The mystery! The unanswerable riddle! Actually, they're just normal. How's that possible? It just takes practice, that's all. And you must teach me, you must! Think if I could produce a pencil, an eraser, a textbook, and a lunch! All from a pair of panties, my life would be complete! Oh, he's serious. Right? This is his phone. Can you tell us anything more? Fine. Ignore my evidence, see if I care. On second thought, let's not go there. Alright, I don't think we have anything more for him then if he doesn't react to the things that he's involved with. Alright, let's move back out. Perhaps Trucy's got something to tell me. Alright, yada yada. Doesn't put Waki in a good position, does it? He was at the scene of the crime, that's pretty clear. There's got to be a different angle on this. Well, let's get investigating. No time like the present. Okay, well, she's just our normal... Our weird little sidekick girl. Alright, let's see here. Can we meet back with Phoenix now? Nope, no Phoenix. Alright, well, the music for the agency is pretty solid. Alright, let's head back to the mansion then. Anybody there? Alright, something new here. Love to see it. Oh, Plum's back out. Hey, she's back. Hey, you two, over here. Us? Oh, little Plum, what's up? I think all this gangsterese is a negative influence on Trucy. I heard you retrieved my bloomers. Well, I was just... Ah! A man speaks clearly and takes credit where it's due. You got the thief, didn't you? Yeah, sorry, I got him. Cute when you're nervous, Polly. I'll deal with you later. Enough about bloomers. What about my son, Walkie? Walkie? Well, he's... Clearly. Yes, ma'am. This is why I was kind of hoping we could avoid coming back here. Yeah, but she's probably got something to tell us. He's really everything you'd expect a boss's son. I'm gonna be a gangster, dude. Ah, the life does have an appeal for that age. Particularly for boys. What? Don't look at me like that. He was shot in a turf war about half a year ago. Yeah, we heard that story from Walkie. But he didn't tell you the whole story. You know, even if he had a pistol then, he couldn't have shot anyone. What? He acts like he's hard, but he couldn't shoot someone to save his life. I should know, I'm his mom. My words do have a certain weight to them. Hopefully, this is all taken care of. Me and the boss can sort out their differences. The boss? You mean Walkie's father? They didn't seem to be on the best terms, did they? It's true. One of your pistols is missing. So the murder weapon was taken from this mansion? We kind of figured given the difficulty of obtaining a gun these days. What are you talking about? It's easier than ever. None of the rank and file have access. Only the boss, myself, and Walkie could have taken it. See? I'm sure the cops will continue tromping all over the mansion because of this case. Maybe this is a sign that it's time for a change. She doesn't seem too concerned, at least. Right, Alita. Yeah, Walkie's fiancé. They're getting married next month, correct? I suppose. She's been staying over lately. You don't look too happy about that, little Plum. How'd you guess? Even I could tell that. Could you tell us more about her? Walkie brought her home one day. Says he wants to tie the knot. I can see why. She's so pretty. Oh, she's pretty enough, but, you know. Nah, it's probably just me being suspicious. Stay in this business too long, and you start to only see the darkness in people. You get a nose for it. A nose for people. A nose for trouble. Oh, I wonder what the problem is. It's like a gangster-only version of female intuition. That's just called normal intuition, girlfriend. A not-girl version of female intuition is intuition. The boss may act tough, but that boy means the world to him. Oh, Walkie seems well. It seems like he's against his father's position. It's to be expected. We're in a bit of a transition now. Trying to cut our ties to the shadier side of the street and do more on the up and up. Walkie isn't too enthusiastic about the change, it's true. But why the change? Is the gangster thing just not paying the bills? It pays. But we need a lot of money right now. Clean money, that is. I see. Something must be up. You'll see the things the way the boss sees them. Someday. Alright. Well, that's info. Anybody on this side? Nope. Alright, let's head to the park, see if Emma's there. Nope, nobody there. Well, I don't assume there's anything to present to her. Let's go back around Eldune's and see if we've got anything. Alright. Eldune's house. Hey, it's Mr. Eldune! Oh, Mr. Eldune! You again. You know what? I hate him a lot less now that that we've had to deal with Stickler. Eldoon is starting to seem like a totally reasonable human being. What's wrong? So, you found my stand. That's why I'm here, to thank you. Ah. But now it's a crime scene and they won't let me have it back. That's also why I'm here. I've got no other place to go. I see. How can a noodle stand be at a crime scene? That's what I don't get, Trucy Doll. Even in death, he's after my neck, I tell ya. Ah! Can't even cook an honest noodle. He? Even in death? You mean the victim, Dr. Maractus? I tell ya. It's enough to drive a man to make his soup even saltier. Remind me never to eat his noodles when he's in a bad mood. I don't know if you want him when he's in a good mood, man. Noodle stand. A stand. For generations it served with the very best noodles us Eldoons could make. It's apparently okay at best. A tradition of noodles and salty broth. It's more than a stand. It's a history, I tell ya. Watch what you say, or it might become true. That's a great story, Mr. Eldoon. Single stand, passed down from generation to generation. Of course, to be honest, I don't plan on doing it. Right, you said something about that. About you rebelling against your pops, was it? Good memory, Trucy Doll. I was a go-getter back in my day. Until my friend next door butted in. In the end, I was left with nothing but this dusty old stand to earn my fortune. Mr. Eldoon, I don't mean to pry. But what exactly did you do before you became a chef? Bah! Let old Noodle's lie. Starting to get an idea of what he did anyway. He stole my dreams and left me with nothing but noodles. And now I don't even have that. Was he perhaps a doctor? With Maractus before that? Mr. Eldoon, if I may ask, what exactly happened between you and the Maractus Clinic? I couldn't help but sense enmity there. Enmity, I ate him. Hatred. Him acting like he smells like roses when he's rolling in mud. Excuse me? He's the only doctor at that clinic, you know. Pretty impressive, eh? I'll tell you the secret to his success. The mob. You mean the Kitaki family? They're always having one of them turf wars or whatnot. Always in an injury or two that needs fixing. Maractus saw a chance for some business. So he started giving the Kitaki family a good deal. A deal? Every fifth operation for free. He stole the idea from my pops. One free bowl of noodles a week, he used to say. I don't know if that works, cause like, not all operations created equal, man. Can a doctor just decide to do that? What about the insurance companies? I don't know if the Kitakis are working through the insurance companies, girlfriend. Oh, no doubt it's illegal. It got him in good with the family. Pretty soon he was getting all the business in town, leaving me here, in the dark, up to my neck in soupy noodles. I think I've figured out Mr. Eldoon's former occupation. Can't hurt to ask, Apollo. Mr. Eldoon, or should I say Dr. Eldoon. Figured it out, did ya? That's right, I was a doctor. A surgeon. Until the year before last. So Mr. Maractus was your rival. You like those onions they put in the soup broth? Yeah, kinda. You take a spoon, you drink some broth, those onions will find their way in there. For people who like them, why that's just fine. For people who hate them. I hate onions, I hate them! Girl, I really don't think I want your soup then. Always sneaking in from the side, getting in the way of a good tasting spoonful. Well, that's what he was. An onion. Onion boy, that's what I call him. So you weren't exactly friends. Ah, me and Paul Maractus. Ever since preschool we were getting on each other's face. No matter what I did, sure enough, he'd come in following along. Then he'd do it better than me, just to blow right past me without so much as a howdy. I see. That's right. I was a surgeon long before he was, you know? And that no-good onion boy comes along. Well, Trucy, it looks like we found ourselves a new suspect. Don't say that! Thanks to him, I was forced to trade in my hot scalpel for a ladle. Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to weigh you down with an old man's ramblings. No, it's fine. By way of apology, you ever get yourself in a spot of trouble, you drop by. You're investigating Maractus, aren't you? Yeah? Well, you want to know about a doctor, you ask a doctor, that's all I'm saying. You just think of me if you need something, Drusy doll. Right, thanks, Mr. Eldoon. Huh. Entirely wasted. I wonder if we can ask him about those medical records we have, then. No, not the autopsy report. Where's Walkie's? There we go. Can you tell us about this? No, okay. Okay. Gotcha, so not this. Understood. Got a new thing over here? Well, we've got to check out this clinic, that's for sure. Yeah, but what about the guard? No harm in asking. Excuse me? Oh, it's you two from yesterday. Same officer that was standing out by the park yesterday. Your business is over in the park, isn't it? The clinic's off limits. It's not involved. But, what part of off limits do you not understand? Show me proof the clinic is connected to the incident in the park, or beat it. No harm in asking. No gain either. No point in sticking around here, though, either. Huh. If he doesn't have a figure here, I don't think we can present to him. So I think that means we move off. We go back to the garage? Nope, nothing new there. Alright. Where haven't we been? I think we can present to Eldoon while we're here. Does he want to know that he's dead? Alright. There was a chance. We already know that he has that bowl, right? God, I can't imagine he'd have a reaction to anything else. Right. I guess we'll run back to the agency. What you got, girlfriend? What you got for me? So any leads? One moment. No. Shazam! Look at Zam! Wouldn't use flying out of nowhere, that's all. So, fingerprints and the phone, does that mean anything? Wish we could talk to Emma again, that would be helpful. Let's see here. Is Phoenix back at the clinic? No. Right, can we go to the detention center and talk to Walkie now? Yes, okay, that's promising. Alright, visitor's room. I was hoping to meet with my client. Walkie-talkie's just finished questioning. I'll bring him out. Right, finally! We haven't actually had a conversation with this kid yet. Yo, sup, my little imposter. What did you call me? Kazam! It's you? Sorry, G. I thought you were Alita. My little imposter sure is a strange nickname. It's a Clank thing. You wouldn't understand. When I say imposter, I meant poster. Like poster girl, right? If you're going to drop part of that, why not drop poster and just call her girl? Because she's so much more than that, G. She's like an angel. Fallen angel. I think they call those... I think there's a word for those. So what can I do you for? You don't look so chipper today, Walkie. Do you think Alita did it? Is that what he's implying here? Worried about your heart condition, maybe? Alright. Yep, I got it. Flashback. We can scroll on through there. Yada, yada, yada. This happened a couple minutes ago, I recall. Man, I ain't trying to hear that. Man fights to protect what's valuable to him. You know what I'm saying? I miss my fallen angel. Such a funny guy. Alright. Hey, you go get Alita for me? You're my lawyer, aren't you? Lawyer. not gopher. Right. What can you tell me, boy? Yeah, so... Alita's definitely looking pretty sus here. God, but like, she's so skinny. Like, how could they dress up as each other? Alright, so I hear you're getting married next month. Straight up. We poured the nuptial 40 out on the stoop. What? Alita. Ooh, Snapple cakes? I think he's smitten with her in his own weird way. He's something alright. I was wondering, how did you two meet? I asked Tiala, but she was vague. Huh? Well, man, if she wouldn't tell you, I best hold my tongue, you feel me? What? Man, what's past is past, she knows that. When I'm with Alita, I feel like there's things worth protecting out there, you feel me? My Alita, she's down with that all the way. So both of them are mum about their past. Interesting. Do you think you could tell us what happened with you and Paul Maractus? There's something you should know. The Katakis are having what you might call a feud with the Ravalis family. So about 6 months back, I got into Ravalis turf. Tacking a knife, right? And you were shot! Coldest thing I ever seen. One shot to the heart. But my homies weren't too late. It's a miracle that I lived. It's already considered one of the 7 wonders of the Kataki family, you know that? So you're taken to the Maractus clinic then. You should have seen their faces when they wheeled me in. You can't just let the boss's son die, you know? I'd hate to have been in that doctor's shoes. Mr. Kataki's scary enough when he's not angry. I don't know if we've ever seen him in a good mood, though. We've never met him when his son, like, was not in prison. And, like, actively on trial. Alright, that bullet that hit you. It was never removed? And it's still threatening his life. That doctor, he did it on purpose. Ravalis paid him off, I'm sure of it. Oh, well, I need to hear more about the night of the murder. That much is clear. Alright, what you got for us, boy? Life in the family is a G thing. It's about being a man. You know what I'm saying? Nope, not at all. Sorry, I'm not up on my G things. I'm not even sure what the G thing is. My old man, he's gone soft. He says the old rival gang days are over. He just wants to make money. Isn't that a good thing? Man, there ain't no soul in making money. Better to live fast and die young. Faux shizzle. Yeah, man. Wait till I run the yard, then everyone will know what time it is. That's right, OG time all the time. Represent. Hala, why does he keep talking about old guys? I don't think that's what OG means, Trucy. That's great. There's gotta be something more I can get from him. Can we talk to him more about that health report? Yeah, whatever. He seems preoccupied. Alright, I guess we'll go bug Alita. She's either gonna be at the Katakis or at our office, I guess. Let's see. Nope. It's Trucy here, so we're gonna have to go to the Kataki mansion. Alright, can we get Alita over here? No. Interesting. So there's somewhere we gotta go to trigger Alita coming over here? Where are we headed? Can we finally talk to Bright again? Alright, this just isn't a location for the rest of the case, maybe? Where are we going? Alright, mansion's nothing. We can run back over Eldune's house. How do we get in here? I mean, he kind of implied that he could look at some stuff for us, but I don't know. I don't know what we could show him. Yeah, that's great, man. Yeah, that's great, that's great. Okay, what we... Nope. got nothing there. Guess we're just gonna have to go through presenting. I can't imagine Eldune's got anything useful if he... I hate that these are still in my inventory. Right, if he doesn't have a comment on Waki's medical checkup, I don't know what he would have a reaction to. Okay, nope, nothing there. Trial and erroring. Yep. Didn't think it would work. Okay. Head on back. Where else can we go? We can go back in the garage. I doubt it's helpful though. Nope. There's something we can show Plum? We showed her that. Nope. We already showed her these, right? Okay. Oh, I don't think we got this line of dialogue. And no, I don't think we will be keeping those. Trucy, I think you should stop talking. Yeah, Trucy, stop talking. Yeah, now your props are going from bland to dangerous. Okay, well, that was unique dialogue at least. Do we have anything about this? Tell me if this knife belonged to Waki? That's his knife, alright. Brought him for his, birthday. Okay. I remember him falling asleep with it clutched in his arms. I know the feeling. I bet he was just as happy as I was with my plastic spaghetti. Strange child. So this pistol belongs to Kataki family, is that correct? It's one of the pieces we keep lying around. That is, we used to keep around. They're all gone now. Oh? Police came yesterday and took everything. Everything but my broom. Don't you think you should have given them that too? You kidding? Can't clean up very well without a broom. Yeah, she makes a compelling point. Does she have anything to say about Maractus? No, okay. This is the mirror we found from the hit and run, huh? It's funny how it all ties together like this. Chase after a hit and run and end up Waki's attorney. Of course you'll find the real killer soon, won't ya? Right. Don't know if I'm getting any new info from her. We can go into the park. I'm a little lost here. What could possibly be relevant? Alright, I think I'm gonna head back to Waki because I think that's my best move forward. So, gotta figure out how to get back to the detention center. The movement system in this isn't the greatest. Right. What? Alright. What does he have to say about any of this? The pistol and the knife. They belong to the family. Stuck out that night. So, the killer, Mr. Stickler, says he saw that night. Guess it was me. I was there after all. Ugh, finished. Yowaki, do you think you could tell us exactly what happened that night? You don't read around the bush, do you? I like your style, Shorty. Did he add a new long line of dialogue? There we go. Actually, there's a question I've been wanting to ask you for a while now. That is, did you do it? Did you shoot him? I don't know. Come again? The day of that checkup, when I found out about the bullet in my heart, I borrowed a gun from this family stash. Figured I'd give that doctor a taste of his own bad medicine. Uh-oh. Don't like where this is going. But you were carrying a knife, weren't you? Oh, that? Yeah, well, Never can be too careful, you say. So I'm on my way to the clinic, right? When I run into him in the park, and he's dragging this noodle stand behind him. Wait, you didn't put him up to that? Like, you know, in the movies? If you value your life, you'll bring the stand. Shorty, you're making more whack than I am. And that's saying something. But I was serious. We know you were. That's what we're saying. Alright, thing is, I don't remember what happened next all too well. You don't remember. Well, that's convenient. The way I see it, if there wasn't anyone else there that night, then I guess it was probably me who did them in. You know what I'm saying? Right. That was probably the line of dialogue I was looking for. Right, I guess we can go back to the agency to see if Trucy updates us. Nope. Now is right here? No. Huh. Dude, he's supposed to be like mentoring me. Right, nope, nothing new there. I'm a little stuck. Okay, there we go. We have activated a new scene. Look at that crowd over by the park. Probably people trying to get a glimpse of the crime scene. But why are those girls screaming? I think I just heard one of them say, "Oh my god, it's him!" I think I know why they're all over there. Wait, that motorcycle... Yes, cue the best music. If it isn't her forehead. Prosecutor Gavin. Some fans found me on my way out. Just my luck. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Thus the screams. New album just came out, you know. Try waving to them. They love it. Ah, he's so cute. They're so excited. It doesn't matter who waves to them, see? This is surreal. So you were here to investigate? And I was on my way home when my hog gave up the ghost. Your hog? No jokes, no jokes. Being so serious right now, we're being so serious. Yes, my motorcycle, that is what I meant. Won't start. Clogged exhaust pipe. Too bad, it looks like such a nice bike too. Hard to believe that it could break from that. It's my fault. I think I was using the wrong oil. Cars, motorbikes, all the same. Clog the exhaust and they won't run. Machines. Tell me you share my angst or forehead. I ride a bike. I ride a bike to work. And in the event, I'm off to the shop to get her fixed. The detective in charge of the scene isn't on to me in any case. Alright, Emma's back. Alright, the detective? You mean the one in the lab coat? Yeah, he's in a foul mood too. Be gentle with her. Auf Wiedersehen, baby. But he's just walking, you can follow him. And the forecast for the park today, gloomy skies. But well, nothing to do but head on in. Let's hit the park, Apollo. Well, hopefully, if we are not Clavier, then we will do better getting it on with Emma. Right. Something about this scene look different to you? The blue tarps are gone. Maybe that's it? Yeah, I think you're right. Look over there. The white-frocked detective from yesterday. She seems to be apologizing reverently for the trash can. She's under a lot of stress. The investigation's probably not going so well. Hey, you there. If you're going to talk about someone behind their back, do it more quietly, please. Huh. Detective Skye. Hello. You seem as gloomy as ever. This is miserable, miserable. I just got a new kit, and I can't get the stuff to work. And everyone's all smiles for that glimmerous fop. Glimmerous... Does she mean Prosecutor Gavin? You know it, she definitely does. More to the point, doesn't she mean glamorous? When he walks in his shiny chains, catch the sun and glimmer in my eyes. It's distracting. She's a real one. I respect her so much. We love women in STEM. Speaking of distracting... I guess I just have to accept the fact that I lack talent. Sounds like he's trying out some sort of new forensics technique. Alright, what you got for us, Emma? Detective Sky, you know Mr. Wright, right? How do you know my dad? I want details. Huh? Well, he helped me out a long time ago. You might say he saved me. Wasn't you saying something about getting involved in an incident? Can't stand it when things are vague, especially in a case. I went to study to become a forensic scientist. In Europe. But you're a detective now? Well, I failed the test. But you know, rank and title don't matter. What matters is what you decide in your heart. I've always thought that too. My heart is full of science. That's why I bought this kit through mail order. I'm going to test it here before the forensic team arrives. Sure, that's a good plan. Alright. We respect women in STEM. Alright, I won't lie. I'm not fond of the man. Those glamorous types always rub me the wrong way. Glamorous, right? A prosecutor should be cool, of wit and furrowed of brow. Less glamorous and more simorous, you know? No, actually, I really don't. Well, that, and what happened 7 years ago. Prosecutor Gavin was the one who stripped Mr. Wright of his attorney's badge. What? Really? He was the one? You mean you didn't know? I thought you were one of his boys. I'm neither a boy, nor one of his. Let's see what she has to say. What exactly happened 7 years ago? I never actually heard the details. Then investigate. It's better you learn it for yourself anyway. Well, Trucy probably knows. She was there, right? She is more than 7 years old. Do you mind me asking exactly what it is you've been doing? Squatting down on the ground like that. Well, obviously, she was eating snackoos. Oh, you want to know? Do ya? Well, I splurged on a new toy. You splurged? You mean it wasn't police issued? Well, what is it? I see a roller and glue? This is a footprint analysis kit. Footprints? It was raining on the night of the murder, which means that the footprints were left. Oh, does that have anything to do with those blue tarps? Right. The ground was muddy, so I had to protect it as it was night. Ever wanted to know exactly where someone was standing? Like your panty-snatching student witness, for instance. Actually, I want to know as little about him as possible. So with this kit, right. What? Want to try this stuff out? Are you sure? I mean, we're sort of on opposing teams and all. You're friends. And, to tell the truth, I'm not so good at doing this. Guess I'm a little clumsy. I could use your help. Ooh, I'm good at stuff like this. I used to make magic bunnies out of paper mache. Footprint analysis, huh? I think we gotta try it to continue on. Alright, we'll give it a go. That's the spirit. Right. Allow me to explain. One moment. She's reading the instructions for her kit. Why does not fill me with confidence? First, we have to pick the footprint, or in this case, the shoe print we want to analyze. Taking the liberty of marking all the shoe prints in the park. He's on this side. Interesting. If we're going to verify the defendant's account, here's the place to start. Alright. Shoe prints prepare to be examined. Ooh, this is exciting. Right, here goes. First, pour the plaster into the footprint until it's full. You try it. How am I supposed to do that? I assume by pouring. Just touch the screen where you want to pour the plaster. Like this. Okay. Don't look too hard. If you run out of plaster in your beaker before you're done, you'll have to start over. Okay. This doesn't seem too hard. I think we got it. Alright, not bad. You're handier with that when you look. What is that supposed to mean? Oh, I beat you to it, Apollo. Right, on to the next step. Dry the plaster until it turns white. Right. Just touch to direct the dryer. I'm glad she's not making me blow on it again. There. Give it a shot. Alright, this is riveting gameplay, I gotta tell ya. Gotta tell ya, Emma. Alright, looks like it's hardened nicely. Let's take a look. Yeah. That's a good one. Next, the ink. Ready for the next step? Oh, we're like using the roller to roll ink on? Use the roller to ink just the shoe print part. Hold on that roller tight now and roll it up and down. Keep going until you get enough ink on there for a good print. Alright. Now the moment you've all been waiting for, let's take out our print. Ready? Here goes. Whop. What a fun sound effect. Alright, let's see if we get a match. His shoes also have the logo in them. That's frankly hilarious. Alright. That does look like his. Who else we got, though? Okay, yeah, I mean, obviously it's Waukie's. No confusion there. Alright, so the shoe prints belong to Waukie Hitaki after all. He was in the park on the night of the crime. Wow, I can almost see the science at work. What do you mean almost? You can. Don't you love it? Nothing feels better. She's definitely way more into this than I am. She's giving us progress. That's good enough, right, Apollo? Alright, just let me know if you want to do some more. I'll be here, solve the case with science. Well, that certainly brightens her mood. Alright, should we look at the other? Should we look at the other ones? Detective Sky, mind if we give it another go? Right on. Leave no print unanalyzed. Alright. Alright, so we got the green and the red ones left. Ooh, not what I meant to do. Can I? Alright. If you say so. If you say so, Emma. Just gonna try to restart it, but there doesn't appear to be an easy restart on it. You good? No? Okay, there we go. Alright, take out the mold. And leave all the plaster all over the ground. That kinda looks like... Was that Emma's shoe? Wink, wink. Right, now the moment you've all been waiting for. Here it goes. I think that might just be Emma's. Huh. Interesting. Seems to have a hole in it. No, that's not quite the same shape. It's not Emma's. That would be Stickler's. Okay. He's got holes in his shoes. Comparing. Alright. Okay, so these shoe prints belong to Wesley Stickler. That's the opposite side we thought he was on. Final version of it, at least. Now we know where the panty snatcher was standing. Alright, can we get the last set then? There we go. Alright, one more try. Yep, we're appreciating it, girlfriend. Alright, now for these ones. That one? Oh, did I already do that one? Oops. I did that one last time. Oh, nope, I gotta click in the shoe, not drag it. Alright, looking good. If you say so. First one's definitely the hardest to fill. None of these other ones have been difficult. I don't really know if I have to dry the stuff over on the side. Alright, take her out. Alright, that's good. And then anchor up. Doesn't look like there's much of a pattern on this one. Alright, the one I've been waiting for. Pow! Alright, what we got? Oh, there's a leaf on his foot. Huh? That's a funny shoe print. Is that even a shoe? Strange, so smooth. Except for the part with the leaf. You can say without even looking at it, this print doesn't match any of the prints on our list. Oh, a mystery print. What do you mean without even looking at it? Doesn't make sense. Will she say anything about the print? Alright, yeah. This print is far too smooth to be from a regular shoe. Shoe print of some kind, though, that's for certain. Still, you have to wonder what it's doing here. It's right next to the Eldoon's noodle stand. It does make one wonder. Yeah? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? Is it the mannequin in the background? You wouldn't happen to have something in mind? Something that might have left this mysterious shoe print? The mysterious shoe print does remind me of something. Alright, if you say so. Something that would leave a print like that. Right, not Eldoon's noodle stand? What would leave a print like that? Noodle car... Nope. Nope, nope. I guess it's the... My guess is it's the mannequin guy from there. Know what I mean? Snacks? Snacks, more precisely. Whenever I'm in a bad mood, I eat chocolate snackoos. I had no idea. I think she means you picked the wrong evidence, Apollo. Right, well then what else could have made it? Right. What is it? What could it have been? Ooh, I don't understand. Do I not have the evidence yet? Alright, yeah, I just don't think I have it yet. That's my guess. Alright, let's just show something. Alright, yep, go through that dialogue again, no problem. Let's examine. Can I get this? Mannequin put in place of the body. I think I've seen him by the police station. Wait, forced to look at the ground now. Day in and day out. That does not add to my evidence. Alright. Let me check the court record one more time. Is there anything that could have been made that print? Wait, hang on. Those had a print on the back. Was it a leaf? No. Nope, it was not that. And I can't, and I don't. Do I have profiles? Okay. Alright. Don't know what could have made it. Oh, alright, I must just have to look around. Where to next? Alright. Well, Plum is gone. Where can I gain new evidence? Anything new here? Nope. Gonna go around. Alright. Clinic, probably not. Oh! Surprise! Oh, he's finally back. The prodigal attorney returns. Welcome, Apollo. I heard you did well in the trial today. Here to discuss something? I could use a little diversion. What did Detective Sky say? If you want to know something, you have to investigate it yourself. Mr. Wright, tell me what happened 7 years ago. Please? I want to know. I need to know. Certainly didn't waste any time getting to the point. Ooh, this is also a bit of a bop. 7 years ago, I was standing in a courtroom on behalf of a client. The case involved the death of a certain magnificent genius. I'd be surprised if you hadn't heard about it. It was all over the news, I remember that. You were up against Prosecutor Gavin, weren't you? Yes. He was only 17 years old at the time. 17 years old? That's still high school. The broad exam abroad in Europe. They're progressive over there, you know? I was defeated by a 17-year-old newcomer. To my shame, I left practice forever. That's all. That's all? How could that be all? What do you mean? Well, what about what they were saying on the news about forged evidence? They said you forged evidence and had your attorney's badge stripped from you. Tell me, how does it feel? How does it feel to stand here before Phoenix Wright, the forging attorney himself? How does it feel? I don't want to believe it's true. I don't know, I've already punched you once, man. But what about what happened in my first trial? Didn't you notice in today's trial, there's a single piece of forged evidence? I'm talking about evidence that shouldn't have existed. A naughty magician's trick. Huh. I don't see you jumping to my defense on this one. Maybe I did forge evidence, maybe I didn't. Doesn't really matter now, does it? But... I'm not an attorney anymore. That's the only truth you need to know. Mr. Wright. Looks like he doesn't want to talk about the accusations of forgery. For now. Well, you're pretty convinced he'll come around. Alright, well I know I can present junk to him. Alright. I'm a lawyer. It's kind of refreshing to be so thoroughly ignored for a change. Alright. Phoenix is like a wild card here, so I think I actually, with what he'll react to and what he won't, because he's not actually part of the case. So, guess I kind of gotta show him everything. Thanks to you ripping the mirror off that car, I was able to deduce You make a good point, Apollo. In fact, it could be said that I'm to thank for finding the criminal. Think what you want, Mr. Wright. Knock yourself out. Alright. Alright, that's not important. And we found these too. Intrusies. Thanks, Apollo. Though, I have to admit, as a father, I wonder, why are you still carrying them? Yeah. At a compelling point. Alright. Doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that. He doesn't care about that. Knife. Nope. Alright, no noodle stand. Alright, one more pair. Nope. Alright, we're through that at least. Alright. Mr. Wright, look at this! Look, look, look! Oh, okay. No reaction to that either. That shows you a man with good response to danger. Alright. Nothing here more. Alright. Alright, well, the fact that that's unlocking something might mean that we've unlocked something else new. Alright, let's... Tension center, I haven't been there in a minute. Something new there? Nope. Alright. He is making the dumbest face, I've gotta admit. Where are we headed now? Haven't seen Eldoon in 2 whole seconds. Yeah, we'll go in the garage. Maybe something will appear. Nope. Back to the mansion. Back to the park. Nope. Okay. What could it be that made that mark? 'Cause I feel like I should have it. Wait. Let me look at the bowl. Does that have anything on it that's... Yeah. Okay, that was my only guess. No. What could have made that mark? Can I show her any of the weapons? Will she react to any of that? Yep. Yep, you're as useful as ever, Emma. Then my guess is it has to be something that we have in our inventory that could have made that mark. I am confused as to what. Must be something in our inventory. Maybe... Alright. Kinda circular... It's like ovular. And that leaf is probably obscuring something relevant in it. Shoe print of some kind. It's right next to the Eldoon's noodle stand. I happen to have something in mind, but I've left this mystery shoe print. No need? Oh, no, I was hoping he was gonna say that it was the guy there. Think about that smooth surface. So smooth it's almost slippery? So smooth it's almost slippery. So smooth it's almost slippery. So his phone rolls? That doesn't make sense. Couldn't understand. What is slippery? So smooth it's almost slippery. I mean, I guess I can try the bowl? Just don't feel like I have it yet, because I feel like it's something that would be obvious. What am I missing? What am I missing? Seriously, I doubt you have anything new for me. Nope. I'm a little stuck. I think I've hit my max with Phoenix. Maybe Eldoon's got something? I doubt it. Something would have appeared when I came back in. I don't know. Maybe me being stuck is what's telling is like the sign to wrap up for the night, maybe. I will figure it out soon enough. Alright, I won't be back tomorrow, but I will be back Saturday. So I'll probably get a next level on there. But it's been, you know what? It's been great hanging with all you guys. Thanks so much for stopping by. And we'll be back Saturday, same time. Alright. Bye! Hugs and kisses!